Hey, good afternoon, Rockstars. Welcome to the channel. It is Wednesday, January 8th, 2024, and not a video I had planned, but in lieu of the events of yesterday afternoon and last night and today, it is very necessary that I make this. Unless you are living under a rock or haven't been watching the news, there are devastating wildfires occurring in Southern California right now, in Los Angeles and to the west, in the Pacific Palisades, Malibu, Brentwood area, Altadena area. There are three active fires. Two people have lost their lives as of lunchtime here on the 8th, on Wednesday afternoon. And the biggest fire, the Pacific Palisades fire, up to 10,000 acres. The other one's at like 500 and 100 acres. People losing homes, everything they have, everything they own. A very, very sad and devastating look. I've been watching the news since about 8 p.m. last night. The fire broke out around 10:30 a.m. yesterday on the 7th, which is 1:30 here on the East Coast. And I found out about it late in the afternoon, and it wasn't quite that bad, but it was getting bad. And then last night when I got into bed after dinner, I watched the news through the morning. And I got up to take my dog out around 3:30, 4 o'clock, and it was just absolutely devastating. They are being fueled by the Santa Ana winds, which last a couple days at a time and can gust to over 100 miles an hour, which is hurricane forced winds. Actually category 2 hurricane winds. If you are from Florida, you probably know that, as I am. Now, why I wanted to cover this on my channel here is because there are a lot of our reseller friends, a lot of our business owners, our colleagues, businesses that are in that area, including very, very important small businesses, large businesses, people a part of this community who do great things, people that are just everyday sellers like you and I and anybody else. They're YouTubers, they're content creators, they're social media people. Obviously, LA is a hub for content and YouTube and creation, not just inside the reseller community, but in all the different communities of videos that you watch. And so a ton of these people are being devastated, not just the celebrities and the millionaires, but everyday small business owners, everyday, small content creators, people like my size that aren't too large, but may have, a dedicated following. And it's just pandemonium there right now. It's 0% contained. It's out of control. And as usual in my videos, I'll post video and photo content here in the corners as I go on. It is just an absolute nightmare, worst case scenario. And these winds are apparently going to continue into the weekend, Thursday and Friday, before they have a chance to try and get these under control. It's tough to fly the airplanes and the helicopters that dump water on these fires, and the flame retardant material that they put on it, that you see is pink and red, that flies out of the planes and things of that nature. Because the winds are so bad, they can't take off. They can't get out, into the air, because these helicopters will just get blown around, and we don't want that. So it's tough. It's tough for them to fight this. They're also short on staff. They've called in firefighters from Arizona and from other neighboring states, from Oregon, and they are also trying to get enough water. There's a political fight about the water pressure, water flow being turned in. You can look that up on your own. I'm not going to get into it here. But they are actually running out of water in certain areas. So this is just a worst case disaster. And so I just wanted to tell everybody, first inform everyone who may not know the update right now that I just told you. And also to tell you guys to think about our fellow sellers, our fellow content creators, our fellow YouTubers, colleagues, companies, sponsors, people who live there, who work there, or who have friends and family there. We really need to, keep them at the top of our thoughts today, and definitely in the next couple of days, until they can start getting this thing under control and hopefully, minimize the damage, unfortunately, that already looks devastating throughout the Pacific Palisade, Brentwood area into Malibu. Also, if you're an eBay seller, and this goes for all platforms, you are covered. Natural disasters, something I'm very familiar with. I do live in Florida, of course, so we have hurricane season. Anytime there's a storm, if you are within that cone of uncertainty for hurricanes anywhere in the area and the zip codes, eBay knows. They log those zip codes and they flag the accounts that have that zip code. So do make sure that your zip codes are right on your registered address or your business address. And they will cover you for outbound shipping. If you're late and you're unable to get things to the post office, or the post office doesn't have pickup because maybe the roads are blocked from a fire in California or a hurricane, taking things out, they will protect you. No late shipments, no canceled transactions. If you need to cancel orders because of that, if you're if your inventory is damaged in any way, shape, form, or fashion, whether it be from hurricane flooding or from, the current fire there in California, any of these natural disasters that happen, tornadoes, things of that nature, if your inventory is damaged or destroyed or blown away and you have to cancel the orders to the buyers, they will cover you for negative defects. They will cover you from the negative feedbacks. You just need to reach out to them and contact them. There are people who legitimately need these protections and these services. Please do not take advantage of it. Even if you live in that area, if you don't have issues, if you don't get flooded or burned down or anything else, and you're just trying to take advantage of being lazy, please don't do that. There are legitimately people who will need to take advantage of these services because things actually happen to them. Also, insurance. So we talk about that. This is a topic that I'm not licensed and I'm not fully educated on. I am semi-educated on it because of my personal situation and some talkings to do, with insurance agents and things. I'm friendly with one of the biggest and best insurance agents for small businesses in this country. She's registered in every state. That's Ashlyn Haddon from Ashlyn Haddon Insurance. Ashlyn protects your assets. If you do need a quote from her for business insurance or coverage or inventory coverage, I'll link her below. You can check her website out and tell her that Rockstarflipper sent you. Super important to tell her that Rockstar sent you. I'm not an affiliate. I don't get paid by Ashlyn, but it does help her know where her traffic comes from, where her business comes from. And it also looks good for me when I need a favor from Ashlyn. So I would really appreciate that if you do, decide to go with her, to please let her know that I sent you. It also lets her know that I am thinking about her. So thank you, Ashlyn. And I do send people to you. What you can get is you can get insurance to cover your inventory. If you have a offsite business, like an office or a warehouse, obviously you're going to have insurance for that building, whether you're a renter or owner. Most of you probably have your inventory in your home. And so the question I see a lot in Facebook groups and social media is, does my homeowner's insurance cover my business inventory? And the general answer, now this isn't a blanket answer. Again, I'm not licensed. I can't give you legal advice. Is no. Your inventory is not going to be automatically covered for your business through your homeowner's insurance. Your homeowner's insurance is typically going to cover the rebuilding of your home in the event that it is damaged or burns down or floods. And flood insurance can be separate. And it's also going to cover some amount of personal belongings inside. So my particular insurance policy, I'll just give you an example. In addition to rebuilding my home at whatever cost it's covered, I don't remember the rebuild cost on this house, but I have $200,000 in personal property coverage. And so essentially what that means is if you took the roof off of my house and you turn it upside down and you shake it, everything that would fall out of it, which would be furniture, computers, TVs, personal property, including my appliances. I have my appliances added on there because we bought several of them. Washer, dryer, fridge. That is all covered. I have up to $200,000 to rebuy all of that. And so that's why it's important to have photos and videos of all my equipment. I have the receipt for everything that I buy, like this audio equipment, my computers, my office. I have a receipt for every single thing of what I paid for it, and you can figure out the market value. And so obviously I have photos and videos. Whenever I take this stuff, I take a picture of it and I have it saved on a file on my computer. If I ever, which is also backed up on the cloud, but if we ever had to evacuate for hurricanes or fires, my computer would be in my backpack on my back with me, no doubt about it. So with that said, your homeowner's insurance is going to cover that personal property. It's not going to cover that business property. You can add an add-on to your personal property to cover your business equipment and your business inventory. So let's say that you work out of a room like this and you have all of your inventory, and then you have your business computers and thermal printers, and you total all that up. You can get a plan, say 50,000, 100,000, just depends on how much you have, how big. You could have an office with, Cartier watches and 1,000 of them, and you could have $1 million in inventory. You'd need to get enough to cover that. Whatever level you need, they will do that for you, and they will add it on for you as long as your business is registered as a home business, whether you claim it on your taxes, whether it's registered with the state, which all the things that I do, then you can generally get your homeowner's policy added on to cover it. Or you can buy a separate business insurance policy, which is what a lot of people do. They don't mix it with their homeowner's insurance. You go out to someone like Ashlyn, you say, hey, I think I have around $100,000 in inventory. My cost was about 10 grand. I think it's worth about 100,000 if I sold it all. I have, another 10 grand worth of computers and printers and things. She'll write you up a plan. She'll get you a quote and you'll be all covered. General liability insurance, $1 million liability insurance plan is like 50, 60 bucks a month. When you add inventory onto it, I think mine runs around $70. I think it's like 72 bucks a month. It covers, I have a plan that covers 250,000 worth of inventory and equipment. That's computers, printers, inventory, my pallet jack, cart carriers, my shelving, all my stuff for my business, which I could replace for less than 250, of course, but I have it covered up to $250,000, and I believe with my general liability, it's like $72 a month. So that gives you an idea. You're going to spend anywhere, depending on your level, from probably the cheapest you could get is 30, 40 a month, up to $70 a month will get you something like I have, which is quite large. If you have bigger than that, then feel free to spend more. But generally, anybody with more than what I have at least has storage units or a building, and you can insure inventory that's in a storage unit as well. So you can talk to her about that. Ashlyn had an insurance linked below. And I'll leave you guys, excuse me, again, with that information. Unfortunately, I had to make this video. I wanted to get it out to you guys as quickly as possible. There are other videos I wanted to put out that I had planned, including the eBay Facebook Marketplace video. I'll have that out tomorrow. And also the honey scam video, which I'll probably put out tomorrow as well. Don't forget the USPS is closed January 9th, 2025 for the National Day of Mourning for Jimmy Carter. I put that video out this morning. You can go check that out on my channel, and don't drive to your USPS tomorrow. And our thoughts and prayers with all of those in Southern California in these fires. And, they'll recover, they'll rebuild, but it's never easy. It's destructive. I hope that they all had insurance, and I hope that it covers them, and I hope that they're able to get the money and the resources they need to get back to where they are, whether they're a reseller or a YouTube or content creator, social media, all the way up to the celebrities and the millionaires who are already losing houses that I've seen, James Wood and Heidi and Spencer, whatever their name is, from the Hills. All those people, they're humans, whether they have millions of dollars or they're a small business like you and I. They don't deserve this. They shouldn't have to go through this. Unfortunately, you can't fight Mother Nature. You'll lose every time. And that's where we're at with that. So we're thinking about you guys. If you're in Southern California, feel free to comment. Let us know the updates. Let us know where you are. And let us know if there's anything we can do to help. eBay will help you. The platforms will help you. Amazon, Posh, they all bail you out for shipping and feedback and defects. So don't worry about that. Put that on the bottom of your list of things to do, and worry about your safety, your health, your pets, your family, your friends, and everybody else. All the other stuff can be replaced. As always, thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, come back and watch me tomorrow. I'll have the regularly scheduled programming out, 2 videos tomorrow on Thursday, January 9th, 2025. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.